morning, friends. I hope that you're well. I don't know about you, but as the excitement of the new year starts to fade a bit and we enter what I like to call true winter, I find it can be easy just to get a bit down with the short, colder days that we experience, especially since we don't really get snow here in Charlotte. But I'm a big believer that our enjoyment of any season is all about perspective. So rather than just sitting and waiting longingly for spring to come in a few months, today I want to spend some time just romanticizing winter and so many of the beautiful things about this season. My hope is that by embracing some of the sights, scents, and flavors of the season can help make these cold winter months just a bit more cozy and enjoyable. So that is our plan for the day, but let's talk through some specifics and how I want to spend some time romanticizing winter. The first thing that I want to do is to make a hearty meal. I love soups, stews, roasts, all of the warm, heartwarming, nourishing foods that we traditionally associate with the winter months. And so today I want to make a pot roast. Is something that Christopher and I both love. I've really been craving lately. I think that's going to be delicious. I also want to get a warm latte from a coffee shop. I feel like there's something about holding a warm cup of coffee in your hands that is just the definition of cozy. I also want to stop at Trader Joe's and potentially Target, pick up some greenery, some treats, maybe some decor. I feel like since taking down our Christmas decorations, I'm really feeling like there's just a lack of greenery and just like fun little pops of color throughout our space. So I would love to pick up some flowers, some greenery, just to spruce the place up. Then I want to introduce a bit of minimal winter decor. We're not going to go crazy with this, but I do want to add just some fun touches around our house just to add in that cozy factor. Then finally, we'll finish up with either doing a gouache or a watercolor painting, and I think that doing a little winter scene, I was thinking some little skiers or something like that would be so fun. So we'll finish up with that. So it's gonna be a great day. We've got a lot of fun things planned, but I think I want to get started with putting on the pot roast, getting that ready. I'm going to be making it in the slow cooker, so it's going to need somewhere between 6 to 8 hours to cook. So I want to get that on as soon as possible. Here's the recipe we'll be following. I just found it on Pinterest. It looks super tasty. The prep time is not bad at all either. Though it does look like it will take a bit of time to cook. So let's get everything chopped, get this prepped and into the slow cooker. I think this is going to be so tasty, and we can get on with the rest of our day. Now we've got dinner on, should hopefully be ready later tonight. Now let's go out, let's grab some coffee and head to the stores. Before we head out, here's a little look at my pregnancy winter uniform. We're definitely going for comfort and coziness over style these days. I'm just wearing this massive oversized jacket, sized up so we have room for the bump. Also wearing this oversized green sweater that I stole from Christopher's side of the closet. Some black leggings, been living in these. And then I have on my cabin socks and hiking boots, which honestly are the most comfortable pair of shoes that I own. All right, but now let's grab some coffee. We're gonna switch things up just a bit today. I want to take you to Amelie's, which is an absolute Charlotte classic. It's a French-inspired bakery and cafe. I'm gonna pick up some coffee, and then I'm also feeling a little hungry, so might get a pastry or something like that to go with it. Could I get a chocolate croissant and then also a fresh fruit tart, but one with as many raspberries as possible? Yeah.
turns out our whole latte mission was a bit of a bust. I guess their espresso machine just isn't working right now, but no worries. I ended up going with a warm tea instead. This is an Earl Grey tea. Got it with oat milk, which is my favorite. Still super tasty and incredibly cozy as well. Then I also got some pastries for us to enjoy as we make our way to Trader Joe's. So just got myself a little fresh fruit tart, which these are like my all-time favorite pastry. Especially love the ones with all the raspberries. Definitely asked for extra raspberries on mine, so got that, and then also a chocolate croissant. So going to enjoy those as I make my way over to Trader Joe's. And while we're there, I want to focus on picking up lots of flowers and greenery. That's something I really want to infuse into my home. Then also potentially some fun little food items as well. That was a super successful stop at Trader Joe's. Was able to pick up a number of really beautiful flowers that I cannot wait to sprinkle throughout our home, add in some color. Now I want to stop at Target to get some decor inspiration, some ideas on how we can just decorate for winter. Might also pick up thinking like a candle, blanket, some kind of just elements to incorporate some of the textures, the scents, and all of that of the season. So let's head over there now, and then when we get home, I'll show you everything that I picked up.
We're back home now, and it is starting to smell just so incredible in here. We still have a ways to go with the pot roast, but you know how sometimes you can just tell a meal is going to be good because the aroma it fills your home with is just so lovely? That is definitely the feeling that I'm getting right now. So I am excited, but right now I want to walk you through everything that I picked up while I was at the store. So let's start with Trader Joe's, and for one of my New Year's resolutions, I'm trying to commit to not buying as many like snack foods that we aren't going to eat. So today I really tried to stick to things that I know I'm actually going to enjoy and that are going to be eaten. So let's go ahead and start with probably the most boring thing here, potatoes. But I want to make some beef stew maybe over the weekend. And so got to have that so we can make our stew recipe. It's another one of those cozy meals that I love. Okay, then let's dive into this. I picked up some spicy miso instant ramen from Trader Joe's, and I love having things like this on hand for just a really easy like lunch or snack in the middle of the day, and Trader Joe's does some really good ones. So got 2 of those. Also got some charcuterie supplies because that is something else that I love at this time of year. Well, who am I kidding? I love it all year long, but especially during the winter. So I got some pita bite crackers, which you can see here. These are probably some of my all-time favorite crackers. They're so addictive and delicious. And then I also got a couple things of prosciutto. What else do we have here? Some camembert. That is
another cheese that I absolutely love. Oh, and then I also saw that they had their New Zealand sharp cheddar. This one is so, so good. So I picked up some of that. Also picked up a couple frozen things. So I got the mandarin orange chicken. That's just an amazing, easy meal that you can keep in your freezer. Perfect for when you don't have plans for dinner but are still wanting something fairly substantial. And then I never tried these, but I love French onion soup, and so wanted to give these a go. They're two little like pre-made French onion soups. Sounded super tasty. Again, like it could be a perfect lunch type of thing. I also picked up a demi baguette of bread. I figured that could be really tasty with the pot roast tonight. And then just a couple other random things. Got some roasted garlic marinara sauce and some rice because we were running low. So that was all the food items that I picked up. But probably the most exciting thing that I got while I was there was a whole bunch of flowers. I love using seasonal greenery to decorate my home, and especially since we took down our holiday decor, I've just really been feeling like my home needs an injection of color, of life, and greenery and florals is the perfect way to do that. So let me show you what types I picked up. First thing that I got was some baby's breath. I feel like that is just such a classic and also reads really well for any season, but I think especially for the winter. We got some assorted greens right here. Not entirely sure what type of greenery that is. Has a bit of an olive vibe. I know it's not olive, but something about the shape of the leaves reminded me of olive branches, which I love. So I thought those are fun. And then these are a big bunch of mums. Again, just going classic white. And I like using white as kind of a base, especially for winter floral arrangements, but then adding in pops of color. So I also got, this is, I think, some more jumbo mums balls, but in a really beautiful, what do you call that? Fuchsia color? We'll go with that at least, but I thought that that was just a really beautiful pop of color. I think it contrasts so well with the greenery too. Then I also thought these looked so spectacular with it. These are some carnations in just a really soft green color. And I like kind of that restrained color palette for winter florals. So I just picked one last flower up. These are wax flowers, and I think that the pink of these is going to really complement the mums as well. So that is all the greenery that we picked up and everything that I got at Trader Joe's, but we did also stuff at Target. I didn't go super crazy here, only picked up 3 items. Realistically, these will work in any season. Let me show you each of them. So the first thing that I picked up, no surprise, was a candle. I thought that the color of this was just so beautiful. It's in the scent vetiver or vetiver, I don't know exactly how to say that, and oak moss, but I think that the scent of this is just so perfect for the winter months. It's like kind of warm and rich, but also has kind of a freshness to it that feels like it's looking forward to spring. It's also a woodwick candle, which are my favorite for the winter months because I just love the soft crackling of the flame that you get from them. So I thought that that would be a great addition probably to our kitchen because I feel like that scent would just work so perfectly in here. Then I also picked up a wooded sage diffuser. I think that these are so perfect for rooms that you aren't always in and can't exactly monitor a candle. So like a bathroom, an entryway, something like that. My thought for this one is it would be perfect for our guest bathroom. That scent sounds so incredible. I actually haven't gotten the chance to smell it yet though. I just went off of the title, thought it sounded like it would smell really good. So let's see if we can open this. But we don't really have any kind of like scent feature in our guest bathroom, and I feel like that would be such a perfect addition. So, oh, this is going to be hard to open. Okay. Oh, wow, they do not make this easy, do they? Hopefully it smells good because there's no going back now.
spill. How do you get this off? Oh, it's like a little stopper. Come on. That smells so good. Great decision. Oh, I love that. Oh, that'll smell so good in the bathroom. Let me set this down out of the way. And then the last thing that I picked up was this accent rug. And I've actually been looking for a rug like this for quite a while. I thought that something kind of textured, neutral, all of that would look amazing in the kitchen. But anytime I went to go look at the options, I was just not super inspired by what I was seeing. So I was very excited when I saw this in Target. I think it was only $20 too, so not bad at all price-wise. It's washable as well, which is very important for the kitchen. I thought that this would add just a really nice element of texture as well as just something softer underfoot. So I think that that's going to make a great addition. And yeah, I mean, technically we can consider it winter decor, but obviously it will be staying up year round. That is everything that I picked up while I was out. So now let's take a second, put our groceries away, and then I might make myself a quick little snack. We can start arranging the flowers. Freezer stuff. Okay, snack time, and for whatever reason, I am hardcore craving raisins right now, which is so random, I know. I'm gonna blame it on pregnancy, but the other day I picked up some Sun-Maid raisins, just like the classic little boxes. I think I'm gonna make myself some ants on a log, which if you've never heard of before, something that I grew up eating as a kid. It's essentially celery with, what is it, peanut butter and raisins on them. So it's super simple. I have all the ingredients on hand. So I'm just going to make myself some ants on a log right now and enjoy them, and then we can get to the flowers. I swear, pregnancy just does the weirdest things to your food preferences. And there you have it, ants on a log. I'm going to eat these, and then when I finish up, we can start decorating. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm feeling a lot more energy now that I've had a bite to eat, and I just got out all my flowers, a few beautiful vases, little jars and containers for us to arrange some flowers in. So let's go ahead and put some beautiful bouquets together that we can place throughout our house to inject just some life and some color. I'm gonna start just with filling these with water, so putting some cut flower food into this, so hopefully they last a bit longer. And then you can put water in these, start putting the bouquets together. How beautiful did this vase come out? This is going to look so good on our kitchen island. Now let's go ahead and arrange some of the smaller little vases. So I just wrapped up with all the vases and they came out so well. I'll show them to you in a second. But first, let's take a moment and just clean up the mess that we've made. Well, how sweet did these all come out? I love the color combination, the pop of color, all the different textures that you have here, and something about them just does feel so perfect for this time of year. So now I want to spend some time distributing them throughout the house. While I do, we can also go ahead and put out some of the seasonal decor bits that we picked up earlier. Well, I'm just loving the feeling of life and newness that this has added to our space. Let me take you on a little tour of everything that we did. So starting here in the kitchen, we just put down the rug. I think it looks so perfect in this space. And on the island, we have our beautiful large bouquet of flowers. I think this is probably my favorite one that we did. Then I just popped down a candle and then used the, I think this is cedar cutting board that I picked up earlier this year. Oh, and then this corner just popped in one little bouquet of flowers. I love that pink with the green, that's beautiful. Then here in the living room, you can see we popped in a string of lights, but let's talk about the coffee table first. Of course, I have a puzzle on the coffee table. That is one of my favorite wintertime activities. And then I just popped in our little candle and a vase of flowers for just that touch of life, and there is something undeniably cozy about a candle going while you're working on a puzzle. And then over here we have our floating shelves, and I found this really beautiful string light. I think it was last year. Forgot that I had it, recently rediscovered it. I thought that this would be just such a nice cozy touch for our house for the winter months. I have it set off to go on a timer, so I think it's like 5 p.m. every night it will go on, then it'll shut off at around midnight. Then we also just popped a little jar of flowers over here. Then the only other room that we did anything with was the bathroom here, which, hi, right here. I just popped in one of our little things of flowers here on the counter for a nice pop of color. I love the fuchsia with the green. Oh, that looks amazing. And then over here, I have probably our smallest little posy jar, and then it's also where I put our little diffuser. Well, I really feel like that just did so much to amp up the cozy factor in our home. I feel like those string lights especially are just such a perfect addition for this time of year. But right now I just want to check the pot roast. I have a feeling it's pretty close to being done. Let's test this out. Oh, that was perfect. Let's just make the gravy for this quickly, and this will be ready to eat. This really looks and smells incredible. Cannot wait to give it a try. Just topping it off with a little bit of salt and pepper, and we'll be ready to dig in. How good does this look? Okay, let's give it a try. Got to get a bit of everything on our fork. It's incredible. I'm going to enjoy this. I'll catch up with you in a bit so we can work on our painting. Well, dinner was truly delicious. Right now, I want to spend some time winding down for the evening. What better way to do that than with a little painting project? And since the theme of our day has been all about embracing the winter season, I thought it would be so fun to do my take on this little alpine scene. I love the trees, the little skiers, the chairlift. So I just got out a piece of mixed media paper, taped it down so it wouldn't move anywhere, as well as my gouache paints. I want to give
kind of recreating, maybe making some changes along the way, but generally drawing inspiration from this painting a try.
That's kind of how I like to approach painting. Is typically I will draw inspiration either from a painting I've seen that I really like or a picture that I've taken, and I like to kind of create my own version or take on whatever that scene is. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to spend some time painting. I'll show you the process as well as the end result.
Close your eyes, get out of your skin. All it is matters, let it in. If I could, I would be right here with you. In this world of ticking clocks, I hope I'm getting through. So close your eyes. Do you feel the same? Only thing that matters, without change, I will let you into my mind's deep. Recover the fallen tears that have been long asleep. Lights are out and heaven's open. We can be everything we want. Oh, stop the clocks, the bees are humming in between the contrasts of our souls.
Well, this is just the cutest thing. I love how it came out.
I mean, it's not perfect, it has character. I feel like we just captured the winter vibes to perfection here. How sweet are the little skiers and snowboarders? Oh, this is so much fun.
So I'll definitely be finding a spot in our home to display this. It's just such a fun seasonal piece. But I think at this point I'm going to call it a day, probably throw on a TV show, maybe do a bit of puzzling, make myself a tea, and just generally chill a bit before going to bed. But I really hope that you all enjoyed spending some time with me today as we got cozy for winter and embraced some of the beautiful things about this colder, darker, but nonetheless beautiful time of year. So as always, friends, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Good night.